Here we have the little Bedford Rascal. Suzuki Super Carry, basically all the same thing. Funny little vehicle, aren't they? Clearly cloned from the Suzuki version. Basically a little Japanese vehicle, commercial vehicle. I don't know what to say about them, to be honest, because I don't think they've ever been ever so well received, because they're not one thing quite or the other. As a little van or a little pickup, they were very, very useful, local deliveries and such like, and they probably, I suppose, filled the void that the minivan left, because they're really quite tiny, but useful. The biggest problem I found with them, and I ran quite a few, both Suzuki and Bedford, mainly Bedford, was fuel economy. It is pretty shocking as far as I can see. I remember thinking to myself, blimey, I could run a Transit cheaper than I could run one of these. But this is an exceptional vehicle. It's a bangers and cash vehicle. It's been recommissioned and turned out to a very, very good standard, extremely good standard in fact, and very exceptional, for one of these, a Rascal. Why a motor caravan would be used and abused, but they seem to be. So, like I say, there's very, very few left in this sort of condition. I think it's an elevating roof and it's a pop-up, it's a straight up roof, which is the one to have, no question about it. And I just feel that it's going to make exceptional money. And what I mean by that is that 2,500 will, on average, generally buy you quite a nice example of a little Rascal motor caravan. This being in the condition it is, I think it'll do treble that. I think because of all that, mainly condition, the bangers and cash attachment, I think it'll do 3 times what it would normally do, or the average price, which I say is 2,500. So I personally think it'll push towards £7,500 somehow. I've got a feeling about it. It's going to appeal to either a young couple or an old couple, nothing in between. And there's no room for kids, so forget that bit. So that takes out a big chunk of the buyers. But strangely enough, you know, younger people, pre-kids if you like, would probably have a go at it. But I think mostly the older people who just want a little tiny motor caravan to do a couple of nights away. They're obviously getting on okay in their married relationship, because you've got to in here, because you can't afford to fall out. There's no room to split up, so you're either on top of each other or you're not. And I think it will fill that bill, because by my experience is that most of these are owned by older people. So you got a head start there. That's where it's going to wind up. But condition is brilliant. I mean, the interior, the seats, they aren't known for being very good hardware in seats. I mean, they're quite narrow, quite thin, quite, I don't know, they're certainly not robust, that's for sure. You can damage these just by getting in and out a few times. And it's not, it's been really, really looked after. Looks as though it's got 65,000 miles, which surprised me, because it's one of them vehicles, if it had got 25,000 on it, you could have been forgiven for thinking it was correct. So I rate that, so that's one of my vehicles that I think you should watch. I think it'll do extremely well. I think it will surprise everyone. And there you go, I'm sticking my chin out and saying that I think it'll do towards 7,500. Yeah, well, another one here, one of my picks. I was here when this arrived, so I saw it come off the lorry. And you can't beat seeing a car on a lorry or on a lift, eye level. You can see all the imperfections and such like from that angle. And I just thought, what a car. It's a special order, and there it is there, special order vehicle in black. The condition is absolutely amazing. It's been painted obviously, but it is so solid and every panel is so straight. Beautiful interior, absolutely beautiful. Super thing, automatic power steering naturally, factory sunroof, factory vinyl roof, exactly as it should be. It's a GXL, a 3 litre GXL. As they went on, they dropped the 2.8 and 2.9 as we know, but this is the original 3 litre, which would be the German engine, I think, Cologne engine, I think they call them. I love the engines, I love the V's. I think that I don't think there's anything wrong with them. People fashionable to knock Ford V's, both 6s and 4s, but I've had nothing but a good experience of V's, so I can't knock them. The car itself is magnificent. It's got an old-fashioned 8-track in it, I noticed the other day. Pretty useless, but it's in there, and it's been in there for many, many years, and it wants leaving in there. Best to put a more modern one in the glove box or something like that out the way. Everywhere you look, literally everywhere, all the shuts, engine bay itself, it's just so original and so nice. I started it up when it came in. You can hardly hear it. It sounds exactly as it should. Beautiful, lovely and quiet. They're a very powerful car, beautiful on the motorway, other than you've just got to be a little bit careful. I've heard some problems with the power steering becoming so light on the motorway at speed that you've just got to be on top of the job a little bit. As we know, power steering is designed to diminish the faster you go, the less you need it. But I think they maybe didn't get it quite right in some cases on these, but that's a minor thing really, as long as you're sensible with it. But overall condition, impeccable, absolutely impeccable. Wherever you look, it's just simply gorgeous. So this is one will really do well, really, really well. I don't know what the reserve is, I don't know what they're expecting, but a good Mark 1 Granada, a good one, will generally, believe it or not, struggle to get towards 10. I think this will romp to 12, 13, 14,000 in my opinion. Wait and see on the day. Another one I'll show you that I think is going to do extremely well. This is not going to surprise us because when it does extremely well because of what it is. So this is not one I can honestly say, watch this, it'll achieve tremendous results unexpectedly, because this is expected to achieve really top money. Here it is, Morris Minor 1000 van, was Badgers and Austin as we know, later ones were. Lovely, lovely vehicle again. Super genuine looking engine bay, look at that. I can't see any corrosion anywhere on it, it's absolutely top notch. And the piece I like about it, I'll show you in a minute, that's one. Look at that, that's stenciled on there, that's exactly as it should be, that's just absolutely lovely. They've all lost that. And another one here, which is the chassis plate on the door, exactly as it should be. That's it, bang on, exactly as it should be located in a commercial. Nice original looking seats, they've been recovered obviously, but nice and original looking. Carpets fitted, beautiful dashboard. Guttering, beautiful guttering look, perfect, absolutely bang on. Go really rusty these gutterings and basically fall off or you knock them off. A lot of people have actually filled over and done away with them. You can buy that guttering now and it sticks on. Now, I don't know if that's the case with this one. It's been done extremely well. I don't think it is. I think it's nice and proper. But have a look around the back. Again, a load area to die for. Look how good that is. Brilliant. Absolutely bang on. Spare wheel in there exactly as it should be. Not all dinged and donged from the outside, the inside out look. Lovely condition all round. Will really cause good interest. But then again, we know it will because all commercials do. And commercials in that condition really do achieve top money. So I think it's one to watch. It's not going to be a surprise because we all know it's going to make the money, but what it's going to make is difficult. I can see that doing 15,000 plus. Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We've just done 3 there of my sort of first choices, I think, really. I must stress, not really a tremendous surprise as some vehicles do. Certainly in the last auction we had 2 or 3 really big surprises. Didn't quite surprise me, but it surprised everybody else. But these 3 that I've picked deserve to achieve top money. So that's not going to be a big surprise, but it's going to be interesting to know what money they achieve. And I've just told you that.